How many seasons are there?
May, June, July, August, September, October, December. 8? No,
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said 8.
Yes. Can you name 3 countries besides the USA?
3 countries.
Yeah.
Canada, Mexico, and Asia. No, Asia. Yeah, Asia.
Yes. What state is Utah in?
Utah? I don't know what Utah. I'm terrible.
What is going on?
I don't know. I don't know
You don't know?
history. Like that
That's
history,
not
or
history.
stuff. I don't like. I'm mad.
Do you know what 3 times 3 times 3 is?
3 times 3 times 3. 3.
No, you know this.
Yeah, I know this. Damn. Damn. Oh, 36.
Do you know who fought in the Civil War?
Who fought in the Civil War?
This is wild.
The Nazis
Wild.
versus Germany. No. Yes. No. I'm gonna say yes, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
The future of America,
actually
ladies
just
and
guessed that?
gentlemen.
Nah, yeah. I'm kind of smart.
You didn't know that? Oh. Did they teach you that in school or what?
They taught me it, but I just guessed it now. But
Yeah, so
It's like, I forgot, but,
yeah,
I mean-
it was probably in the back of your head and like it came up.
yeah.
How many
Crazy.
Kardashian sisters can you name?
Kendall
All of them.
Jenner, Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Kourtney Kardashian. Is that all? That's all.
Yeah, that's all of them for sure.
Smart.
Yeah, dude, you're a genius.
The American education system, everybody. Let's give them a round of applause. This is what happens when you have teachers that prioritize gender pronouns over math. You get an entire generation of students that know all 72 of the proper pronouns for somebody that identifies as a potato, but can't tell you who fought in the Mexican-American War.
Do you know who fought in the Mexican-American War?
Philippines.
Yeah, against who?
Don't remember the other one.
And the scariest part isn't even that they don't know. The scariest part is that they don't know, yet they're willing to give an answer so confidently. These kids are walking around in 97 degrees wearing a hoodie, tweeting about their fake mental illness. If you want to see real mental illness, all you got to do is look up. If you're mentally ill, what do you call the guy that's on the side of the road screaming about the voices in his head? These kids will complain about being oppressed while on a $1,200 supercomputer that can fit in their pocket. It's all fun and games until you realize these kids are going to be able to vote in a couple years. But there is some good news and some bad news. The bad news is we're slowly losing our rights and society is crumbling, and this is the generation of people we're going to have to depend on to save us. And the good news is, while this is all happening, at least you can have some smooth skin. And that's why I'm happy to say today's video is brought to you by Teach Hanley. You've heard me talk about them before, and you're going to hear me talk about them again because I know the positive impact their products can have on your skin. Seriously, I don't think some of y'all believe me when I say how much implementing a quality skincare routine can improve your confidence. Teach Hanley makes taking care of your skin less complicated. They give you everything you need and nothing you don't. I personally recommend y'all start with the level 1 system that comes with all the basics. A daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, AM moisturizer with SPF 20 for protection from the sun, and last but certainly not least, the PM moisturizer. And to make it dead simple for people that are new to skincare like I was, they give you this instruction card in every single box that tells you when to use each product, how much of each product to use, and in what order to use them. I mean, the stuff is clutch. To be completely honest, skincare was never really something that I prioritized, but now that I'm on a good regimen, I can see the difference in my skin, and I realize just how important this stuff actually is. In all honesty, you don't even have to take my word for it. They have over 5,000 positive reviews from men all over the globe. In addition to amazing skin, members of Teach Hanley get a ton of benefits, including 20% off retail price, exclusive monthly deals, you can pause or cancel at any time, and shipping is free in the US. And because Teach Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering you guys a great deal. All you gotta do is click the link in the description down below and you'll get 30% off your first box plus a free gift. In all seriousness, Teach Hanley has been one of the best brands that I've worked with, allowing me to maintain creative control over all of my content. This is a great way to support the channel, so click the link in the description below and get started today.
Look, it's all great to be on social media. You know, it's a part of the fabric of our society, of our lives. And kids should be able to go out and create accounts and be able to express themselves. It's all good, but it's got to be monitored. And the thing that drives me crazy, guys, is you see these parents who are exploiting their children. Not in this case. I'm not arguing that in the case of Naples, but in other cases, and I've done stories on this, where parents are putting out their kids in these quote unquote family channels.
Nobody bats an eye.
And YouTube sometimes doesn't crack down on this stuff. So they'll limit monetization on a show that I do exposing this stuff. But the young girl who's being exploited,
Exactly.
that show's fine. They monetize the heck out of it. It's insane.
Yeah, it's because they're trying to make money, and if you start talking about kids being exploited on their platform, they're gonna shut you up. People have to understand that these companies are not making decisions based on what they think is better for humanity. They're making decisions based on what they think is gonna make the most money. Content creators like Fresh and Fit, Pearly Things, and Andrew Tate aren't being banned because these companies care about the well-being of women. They're being banned because women make up 65% of all consumer debt and are 2 times more likely to respond to ads shown to them on social media. So if you want to slang Lululemon leggings and waist trainers, you got to make sure the women are happy. Heck, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews lost a sponsorship due to one complaint made by a woman.
The most salacious thing about my channel is the titles. Well, if you watch the content, what are some of the things that I teach? How to be your most happy, how to be your most successful, how to live well in this world today. But are we talking about facts here? Or are we just talking about feelings? When have I openly disdained or was misogynistic or hated women? When? I've never called them out. When?
And the brand that he was sponsored by catered to 95% men. The female buying power is so strong that it can even influence male brands. Men have to understand that these social media companies are never going to prioritize men because, number one, you're not as profitable, and number two, they know wherever women are, men are always going to follow. If you can get enough pretty girls on your platform, there are always going to be weak men that are willing to spend their money. And they don't want major influencers to start calling out simps because simps are profitable, and telling men to stop spending money on women that would never date them affects their bottom line. If these companies are so moral that they have to ban misogyny for the sake of protecting women, why are they doing nothing about protecting 13-year-old boys from seeing softcore porn? Jadeon was one of the fastest growing Twitch streamers who's known for trolling. He got banned for telling his chat to go type L in another streamer's chat.
Everybody say L plus ratio.
So
Dude, you were schmooving, man. That was
streamer
insane.
or just bots? I think I'm gonna end stream because
I believe that's how it works. I'm pretty sure.
like, as much as I can deal with this, I don't like that people from his community are whispering people on my stream.
And yeah, I understand how that can be problematic, and don't get me wrong, he deserves a timeout, but without any previous violations, he was banned permanently. This woman was literally getting it in while on live stream, and guess how long her ban was? 7 days.
Error.
No, I know why, but like, how long are you banned for?
7 days.
Violet Myers, a well-known porn star, literally showed her hooters on camera. Guess how long she was banned for? 1 day. The truth of the matter is, Jadeon didn't get permanently banned from Twitch because he trolled another streamer. Jadeon got permanently banned from Twitch because Twitch makes money off simps, and when you start to say things like this...
If you're from Pokemon's chat, and you have a business, I'm gonna tell you this right now. She is not gonna fuck you, bro. I don't care how much you donated. I don't care how many hours you watch her. She is not gonna fuck you, bro. She has a man's. Bro, you probably don't want to hear this. You probably don't want to hear this. You probably don't want to hear this. But I'm sorry. I'm going to break the fourth wall. And spoiler alert, she's getting down every night by another nigga.
That ain't good for their bottom line. These companies have no problem claiming the moral high ground when it comes to protecting women from misogyny, but when it comes to protecting 13-year-old boys from stimulation that their brains just biologically isn't ready to deal with, nobody cares. As long as there are weak men willing to pay money, nobody cares.
Yo, I'm not trying to be a snitch or nothing, but this is actually ridiculous. This is just straight up on Twitch. And the reason I'm complaining is because I don't have an account, right? So look at this. I don't have an account, but I just look up Twitch, go on there, boom. She's literally on the home page, and I don't have an account. So that means any kid that goes on Twitch, she's gonna be the first person they see. Twitch, you're literally promoting porn to kids. You need to stop this, bro. This is ridiculous. I need you guys to send this to every news site. This is actually sickening. And she even said it. Is this even allowed? Yeah, it is allowed because you've been doing this for 2 years? 2-year anniversary.
And if you still don't believe that these platforms are incredibly biased, TikTok literally just put out a statement saying they're gonna ban misogyny. The problem with banning misogyny is who gets to decide what's misogynistic. When you live in a world where air conditioner is considered sexist, that's a slippery slope. So rampant misandry, women saying they hate men, who cares? 16-year-old girls twerking for likes? 16-year-old boys with instant access to half-naked girls and women. Who cares? Social media platforms are not invested in what's best for humanity. They pander to women because it's easier to slang ads, and they encourage weak men because weak men spend money on women that would never date them.
I worked for a site called Abuse, aka Face Fucking, but this site has gotten popular in a sense over the years, and I get asked a lot about it, why I decided to shoot that type of content, and did I like it? And it's followed me.
I mean, the name wasn't a red flag.
And
the name of the website wasn't a red flag.
It's something that is really frustrating that I continuously get associated with, because I wish more than anything that I never shot for that company. So I'm going to tell you why I did it and my experience in it and why you should never do it. I wasn't really sure where I was going in my life. I had shot one amateur scene and I was really unsure about working in the adult industry, but I was kind of at a point where I'm like, you know what? I got to make the most of it. And after a rough breakup, I decided to take the new opportunities that were presenting themselves to me, and I decided to get back into the adult industry. So I had shot a second amateur scene with a company that was a normal company, nothing weird or rough, and it went well, and they liked me a lot. And then I got asked
I'd like you too
if I wanted to shoot for facial studies. And at the time, I was single and I was very curious about certain things with my sexuality. I just wanted to feel that intensity. Like I desired that. So when I got offered this, I remember checking out the site with one of my best friends at the time. We were sitting at home at my parents' house, just in the basement, looking at all these terrible videos on these websites, and I'm just like, should I do this? And he looked at me and he's like, can you do this? And I said, I don't know. I'm kind of curious. I feel like I could handle it, but do I really want to go down this path? But I needed the money, so I agreed to do it.
That's a horrible friend, and this is what happens when you push all of the good people out of your life because you have a history of not being able to accept accountability. And in all honesty, I can't even really feel bad, because when some people want to do something, they'll go and ask a specific person for their opinion, knowing the opinion that person is going to give, just so they can have another person validate what they wanted to do anyway. Because let's just be completely honest, if you know your friends, you know which friends are going to encourage certain behavior. And if your friends are too weak to tell you when you're making a life-altering decision, you don't need those people in your life.
And I knew what I was getting myself into when I walked into it. And I took a train to New Jersey, to Orange. Orange was the train stop from Penn Station. And I got off and I was met at a Dunkin' Donuts by one of the owners. And
a Dunkin' Donuts.
He was nice to me. It wasn't anything weird or alarming initially.
Dunkin' Donuts.
I started filling out paperwork, and they asked me very specifically like what I was willing to do and what I wasn't. And I just remember looking at the list, and it was pretty graphic, and I knew it was going to be like that, but I don't want to get so in detail about everything of the scene, but I'll try to be basic about it. So people get a general idea without you having to go watch it. I don't even want anyone to support those fucking companies. I almost felt this sense of guilt, like I needed to be punished. And in a sense, this scene was a form of punishment for me. But for me to go to the extreme and to get punished on camera, knowing that this
forever
would be viewed
on the internet,
by copious amounts of people that don't know me and that only see me in this way.
Yeah.
It was the worst form of punishment I could have ever given myself, because it didn't just affect me in that moment, but it would continue to affect me for the rest of my life. I took the train back to Penn Station, and I thought to myself, okay, like, wow, I just did that, and I tried to not think about it. I tried to not think about my parents knowing what I just did. I tried not to think about people that care about me, knowing that they would probably see that one day. I was sick to my stomach in a way, but I also just stopped thinking about it. I got invited to be on the show Ink Master on Spike TV. I ended up meeting my ex on the show, and while we were dating, the abuse scene came out.
Oh, it's over.
And
it's over with.
That proved to be one of the most difficult things for my significant other at the time to see.
Yeah,
and it destroyed him. He couldn't believe that I would do something like that. And granted, this was before I ever met him, and I reiterated that to him, but he couldn't believe that I was mentally able to do that.
And that's part of the problem. Feminists will often say society shouldn't judge you. And I'm here to tell you, society is going to judge you, and they probably should judge you. Because if there's one thing you're supposed to judge people based on, it's their past decisions. If my daughter's dating some guy and I find out he gave his last girlfriend knuckle sandwiches, I ain't going to be thinking we shouldn't judge him because the past is the past. And the thing is, it's on the internet, so this isn't just a current problem. This is going to be a future problem. Hearing about it is one thing, but seeing it in 4K is crazy. And I think I speak for almost every guy on the planet. I don't care if my girlfriend was in a happy relationship. If I see a video of my girlfriend with another man, it's gonna be in the back of my head forever. I'm gonna be thinking, so I gotta pay the bills, mow the lawn, and take out the trash, but some other guy got to get it for free.
It was terrible when that video came out. I mean, so many people were just shocked and appalled and sad and mortified. I mean, I can't tell you. It's one thing people find out you shoot porn, but then they find out you do like the most degrading video possible. That relationship didn't last very long after that. He had his own issues, which I'm not gonna get into, but we ended up breaking up, and I moved out, and I was single again, and I got asked to do other videos. And then, you know, I went back to facial abuse.
Yo!
And I shot for them again. And this time, it was sort of this reunion thing.
So you mean to tell me you did something you regret? It ruined your life, and then you decided to do it again? It's starting to sound a lot like smoking crack. No, but in all seriousness, what people have to understand, especially young women, is that these girls will go on social media, they'll show off their money, and they'll pretend to be happy, but conveniently enough, they always forget to tell young women about the mental health issues, about the alcohol and drug addiction, about the STD, about the effect this stuff will have on your social life. They pretend to be happy because it's a part of their brand, and STDs, mental health issues, and drug addiction isn't exactly the most attractive thing.
I do a really good job at selling a persona online. I'm a hot, fun party girl, you know, and like, yes, that's what I sell online. Because you know what, you gotta niche down and you've got to build your brand. And I sell content, like I sell adult content.
When you lose everything because of bad decisions, the only thing you have left is the money you made from it. So if you want to continue to slang OnlyFans memberships for $5.99, you have to pretend you're happy. OnlyFans went from being worth $2 billion in 2019 to being worth over $12 billion in 2022. More and more young women are flocking to these websites because they're told they can make money without any consequences. Nobody ever tells them about the consequences. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, all of these social media platforms are essentially becoming a funnel straight into OnlyFans, and you don't even have to look hard before you see somebody's link in their bio. These companies are preying on female ignorance and greed while also preying on male desperation, and it's making people miserable. And conveniently enough, any content creator that comes along and tells young men that they need to have more integrity and tells young women that they need to have more decency gets banned. Leave a W or L in the comments below, and make sure y'all give me the HBO special. That's the Help a Brother Out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Till next time.